Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to a Friday night pajama party. We're back again. It's another Friday night. I'm one of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. How's everybody?
What's going on?
Well, and yourself?
I've had better days, you know.
I'm having a great day.
I had
It
to
must
deal
be the rain for Papa. What's going on, Papa?
I had to deal with some critters today.
Okay. All right. Big critters or little critters?
Little critters.
All right.
You know,
those are the worst kind, the little critters. Oh, Lord.
In the DMV, they got ants. I'd rather go back to Philly deal with roaches.
Yuck.
They're bigger and easier to manage.
Is that bad?
They're all nasty.
Ants is like, a little army of destroyers. They follow each other like maggots.
Oh, God.
Piper.
Hey, you're really giving ugly visions. Anyway, let's get on into the rundown. What you got for us tonight, Ketel?
Oh, we got a lot going on. It's going to be a great show tonight. All right, our hot topics tonight, and they are hot off the press. Another school shooting in Santa Fe, Texas, unfortunately. White woman sees black man inspecting house and calls cops. And a real good hot topic, white privilege. All right. Hit it and quit it headlines. Sarona's founder charged with massive fraud. Also, Bumblebee CEO charged with price fixing canned tuna. Also, lawyers' triad against Spanish-speaking customers goes viral. And will the Trump/Kim Jong-un meeting happen next month? Let's check that out and find out. What's popular with Poppa DD? Lawsuits against banks that recover services. Our weird news, we're going to lighten it up. Man arrested for posing as Texas high school athlete. Also, domestic dispute with a parrot. And social media debate over Yanni or Laurel. Okay. I'm just saying with Redwine, stop being a bully. Living for the city with Poppa DD. Got a surprise for us tonight. My Hollywood wrap-up. I'm going to get into the award ceremony coming up. And the Royals, of course. That's the big talk. The cocktail of the week is the Lion's Den. Maybe I've had too much of that already. Also, our kiss it list and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we'll be back with the hot topic.
Do you have unruly children? Do they misbehave in school and get bad grades? Are timeouts completely ineffective? Are you scared to spank them because they might have you arrested? What they need is a new school where discipline is number one and education is secondary. What they need is
Whoop That Ass Academy.
Here at the
Whoop That Ass Academy.
we don't have discipline problems. Know why? We're privately owned and we do what we want. And when kids get out of hand,
We whoop that ass.
timeout is for football games. When kids want to show off, we don't give them a timeout. We just
Whoop that ass.
We don't make a kid stand in the corner. That's my house plan. When one of our kids gets out of order, we snatch him out of that classroom and
Whoop that ass.
Here at WTA Academy, we make sure they learn the basics of reading and writing, math, and science. But above all else, they learn discipline. This is what will keep your kids out of jail. Make the world a better place. Sometimes you gotta whoop
That ass.
and we do. Here at WTA Academy, our motto is, we care enough to whoop.
That ass.
They may not read and write too well, but they'll act like they've got sense because we whoop.
That ass.
So bring your kids on down to
Whoop That Ass Academy.
We'll get them straight.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
in Redwine.
Yo, bonsoir, darling.
Oh, boy. I can't wait and say, what's up with the Frenchman? He's gone?
No, we went visiting up in the hood, and I got a little confused, but it's all good.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
they got hoods in the French Quarter, too,
I bet they do. Mm-hmm.
So tonight I want to kick it off with our first hot topic. Sad to report, there's been another school shooting. Actually, there were two this week, but we're going to talk about the one that happened today. This was in Santa Fe, Texas. 10 people were killed. Now, the last report I heard, 9 of them were students. One of them was an adult. And 10 other people were injured in this shooting that happened this morning at a high school in southeastern Texas in a city called Santa Fe. Authorities right now have 2 people that have been, one has been arrested, another one's been detained. The shooter has been identified as Demetrios, and I'm probably going to butcher his last name, Pagordis. He's 17 years old, and he was a student there. He's now in jail accused of capital murder with no bond. Now, they still call him the alleged shooter. I don't know why. They know he did it, but the alleged shooter used a shotgun and a revolver that were legally owned by his father, and 2 school resource officers who were on campus confronted him early on in the process. They also found journals on a computer and a cell phone owned by the suspect, and he had indicated, that is the suspect, this young man, indicated he wanted to take his own life after the shooting, but that didn't happen because now he's in custody. So the gunfire started around 7:30 in the morning, but then this is what got me. Later on, as they were searching and everything and getting the kids out, they found explosive devices that included pipe bombs and pressure cookers in the school and around the school. Now, how crazy is that? So he wasn't just trying to shoot people. He wanted to shoot people, blow people up, and then take his own life. Now, the second person, who they also believe to be a student, has been detained, and they're saying that a second person who's 18 might be an accomplice but is not the shooter. So they have 2, it's ridiculous. 2 law enforcement officers were also injured. People were taken to the hospital. One man is in critical condition with a gunshot wound in his arm. And let's see, statistically, this is the 22nd United States school shooting since the beginning of 2018, and it's only, middle of May?
Wow.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Of course, witnesses described that the kids, of course, were running when they heard the gunshots. The alarm went off, so they're not quite sure of what the sequence of events were, but they're speculating that the shooter set off the alarm to get the kids to run out of the building, and as they were running, that's when he started shooting. So they found some explosive devices around the high school and adjacent areas, and they're still, I don't know if they're still searching, but I don't know if he's going to tell them where he put stuff or not. But when they went back and looked through his social media, which usually tells you all the information and gives you all the warning signs, in his case, they didn't really find anything. He was pretty, average kind of stuff he posted, with the exception of one picture he posted of a plain black T-shirt that said, "Kill something." I forgot now what it said. I saw the picture. It had the word kill and another word, which I don't recall now, but it had that on it. And it also had a picture of like a trench coat that he posted that had some neo-Nazi symbols and that kind of stuff on it. But that was just like those 2 postings. Everything else was just, typical high school kind of stuff. But one of the kids who they interviewed at the school said that he used to walk around with this long, dark trench coat on, even when it would be like 90 degrees. Now, this is down in Texas. And you know it gets hot in Texas.
Yeah.
But they said he was pretty much a loner, and he didn't really socialize or talk to a lot of people. And I guess they got used to seeing this guy walk around with this trench coat on in hot weather, so nobody bothered him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just getting out of hand. I did, hear some reports saying that it seems like these kids that do these shootings, like you said, before, that they are loners and they just want recognition, or maybe they've been bullied or haven't had enough attention at home or at school, and unfortunately, this I'm quite sure once they finish the investigation, they're probably going to talk about some type of social media. It's not confirmed, but I'm quite sure he's probably been out there on social media and probably hadn't got no recognition. People just think he's just, the average Joe Blow, and he feels as if he's going to get this attention now. So
I don't know. I mean, when they looked on his social media stuff, which they have now taken down, there was really nothing on there, no real warnings other than those weird 2 pictures, but that was it.
Right. Was it pertaining to Nazi stuff you mentioned? Or
that one picture of the trench coat, it had some kind of Nazi signal on it, sign or something like that, but that was it. I mean, the guns were legally owned by his father. Because, in Texas, everybody's strapped. I think their pets are strapped.
True. Oh, Lord.
Everybody got guns in Texas. Cats and dogs, horses. Everybody got a weapon. Yeah, it's rough.
So, what do you think about that, Papa? I mean, what's going in your head?
About the shooting?
Yeah. Like, what's going to have to happen next?
I think there's a lack of parental control, Some parents ain't watching them kids at all. I don't know what's going on with it. And the description is so simple. It's always the same type, same race, same everything. But being in that particular race, ain't nobody paying it no mind. Playing it off like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's just a shooting,
Yeah.
Nobody wants to say it.
I have to say, 45, he did step up to the plate, and I think he, for once, listened to his advisors, and he was, out there pretty early talking about it and what they're going to do as far as the best that they can, what they have, I guess. They're going to work on some things, but we'll see. We just have to really see. But at least he did get out there and, talk to us and then trying to reassure us in retrospect some things, but we'll see.
But, it's not really coming from nowhere in particular, It's coming from the same household doing the same thing. Same race of people doing it, the same MO, So you're going to have to punish the parents so the parents can, it needs to be some punishment to the parents. Because, they get guns, I don't know, it's not free, in my opinion. It's not a free deal. It's not a free deal at all. The MO is so common. Same people, same race, same age group, same issues, same problems over and over again. So you got to stop thinking that it's something random. It ain't random at all. It's a cult. It's a following. It's a group, and they do it. Look how often it's happening. Ain't like this thing. This stuff is happening every 5 minutes, man. Every few weeks. So it's there. So you can't evade it or avoid it.
That's true. I agree. It's just, what are we going to do about it? That's the next question. What and when? So.
Well, your boy 45 said that we need to do something about this. We need to get the guns out of the hands of people that would harm themselves and others. That's what he said today.
That's a general statement. You got to get the hands out of the
get the guns out of the hands of the people that are doing this.
Of the young white boys, and we all know that's what it is, but nobody wants to say that.
No, they're not going to say that.
Right. It's not like it's a female did it one time, a black boy did it one time. This is the same MO. You line up all the guys that did the shooting of these people, and they all look alike. Same age group, same everything.
Mhm. But one of the I think it was one of the lawmakers of Texas, or the what do you call them on Congress? One of the representatives from Texas. Now, he did mention something about him and another partner was trying to stir up a grant for different, for schools to have some type of protection, or if it's just extra security, some means of protecting these kids. And I thought that was a good idea. At least somebody's talking about something, but you got to do something. If you don't put things in place, they're going to keep doing it. It's going to be a continuous thing. And, it's unfortunate. I think the big wigs, they don't want that, because guns bring in a lot of money. But it kills a lot of people. And that's the thing, that they seem like they don't really care. That's the NRA. And who's head of the NRA now is Oliver North, of all people. I say, are you serious? He's the president of the NRA now. But hopefully it's not a hell in the handbasket. I hope it don't get worse.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's all we can do. We'll see. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to push on. Another news.
Yeah, another news. What's that?
Yeah. It goes from apples to oranges. Okay. White woman sees a black man inspecting a house and calls the cops. On May 5th, African-American real estate investor Michael Hayes was inspecting a house he's interested in buying in a Memphis neighborhood. This was in Memphis. He was pulling a board off the boarded-up home front down when a woman next door came outside. Hayes said he waved to her. The woman, who was white, asked him what was he doing. He pointed to the sign and he placed in front of the yard. So it goes on to say, I told her that I had a contract and that I was an investor. Hayes wanted to get inside the house to take pictures, but she wasn't listening to that. She didn't want to hear it. So she said she had that he had no right to be in her neighborhood and should leave. Then she called the police. So at this point, Hayes, who often records his activities as a real estate investor for his YouTube channel, pulled out his smartphone and started recording. He was rolling when a squad car from the Memphis Police Department rolled up. The video shows Hayes explaining why he was at the home in Memphis to the Memphis police. Here we go. The officer soon joined by a second officer seemed to be convinced that Hayes has done nothing wrong and tells him that if he has any more problems with the woman, to call him back to the house. And she will go to jail today. The officer then walks over to the woman's yard and talks to her, warning her to leave Hayes alone. He's just going to go in there and do what he's got to do. We're going to let him do what he's going to do. The officer is monitoring the Hayes, and the house says to the woman. So she says, if you try to do anything to stop him, I'm going to take you to jail. This is what the officer said to her. Wow. So the woman later
I'm
said,
glad that finally, I'm just glad that finally the officers were on our side for a change.
I don't believe it. I'm tripping on this. Truly, you're right. So
finally.
Yeah. So at the end of it, the woman later said, I'm Spanish and my boyfriend is black. There's nothing racist about it. I would say the people used the house to do drugs before the city finally boarded it up. So I guess she was taking precautionary measures, but don't continue to harass the man. The man said this is what he's here to do. Leave him alone. She called the police and, back up. I'm like.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
people need to mind their business sometimes.
They need to mind their business all the time.
But Ketel, let me ask you a question. You were saying, who said something about I'm Spanish and my boyfriend's black? Where'd that come from?
The lady said that. So Hayes, he'd been asked if the officer will stay at the scene about 5 minutes so he could finish up his work. Hayes commended the police officer for protecting him, saying the officers handled it perfectly, and he made him feel safe. So he also alluded that the woman called the police on him simply because of his race. So that's when the lady came back and said that she was Spanish and her boyfriend was black. I mean, why do people do that?
That's proof that she's not racist? That's what that's supposed to mean?
Come on, hell.
Well,
always, I have black friends. They always say that.
Well, I tell you, you know what? I tell you, first of all, I guess everybody grabs stuff, just like that stuff on TV with the two names they were shouting out. What is it, Yanni and Laurel? Mm-hmm. I think everybody perceives stuff in a different way based on where their head and their heart is, and where their civil rights integrity. I find that in people, and I won't put blacks on it, but I'll say people in general, sometimes people really try to grab a narrative or sometimes they get on the tail end of the whole situation, or they nestle the tail end of a situation. As far as I'm concerned, this call has nothing to do with the police officer, how he handled anything. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. First of all, people got to stop thinking that, oh man, it's so deep. When she said I'm Spanish, okay, see, when you have a certain grade of hair or a complexion, you know what I mean? You can blend, and you got you have Spanish that have a lot of melanin in them, and you got white Spanish, like you have white Puerto Ricans or White Ricans, as my man calls them, Paul Mooney. You got White Ricans that they got the whole look, and they sit back all the time and hear people talk about black people like a dog. But we've come full circle with this here, and this is getting boring. And the white folks that are doing this now, they're third and fourth generations, and they're just as ghetto as any black person you want to find is ghetto. They got more crap going on with them than you can imagine. The fact that the stigma of blacks is so heavy that we've never taken a good look or a second look at what white folks are really bringing to the table. And when we get into our little segment of white privilege, we're gonna focus on that. Because you see it every day, no matter what you're doing. And white people are very aware that they have white privilege. They know the stigmas is on black people, and they use it every day. Every day they walk out the door, whether it's at the bank, credit union, whatever they project. They know how to project the image, project the style, project the hair, project the look. That all going to, I'm trying to be the upscale white person that you really should be respecting. And it's really deep. And that situation happened with that guy on that street there. You live somewhere based on what you can afford. It's got nothing to do with them people on there. That Spanish woman she probably got the house inherited to her because she probably cleaned the damn house of the white folks that passed on and died. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm only saying this is what happened in my neighborhood. My neighborhood is all predominantly mostly Spanish now, but it was when I moved there in '99, it was predominantly white. But the older people died off, and the children didn't want the house, and children moved to Seattle or wherever. And the parents said, well, look, they went to Alejandro, who used to do their lawn and then do their porch and do their house, and they went to look, I can sell the house for a good price. I'm getting home, I'm going to a nursing home, whatever. And this happened all over, and all of a sudden you look up, and Alejandro and Roberto and whatever, Cleavish, whatever their names are, took these houses over. And this house, she probably ended up with the house, but she won't tell nobody that. She wants people to think that she went to where I saved up for the mortgage and yada yada. BS. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You used to mow that lady's lawn before she died 10 years ago. So the truth never comes out. That's the problem with the world. The truth is always hidden somewhere, and we never know what's really going on with things. So,
but I just wanted to say, in the case of this guy, finally, and this was in Memphis, right?
Correct.
Finally, the police were on his side and told that white lady, you need to go mind your business, leave that man alone. He's trying to do his job. He's not bothering you, but if you keep bothering him, we're going to lock you up.
Yeah, well, the police being the human aspect of that police officer. See, sometimes we get them hillbilly bears that's on their side.
Exactly.
But this
that's why I said finally
this
we
police
get somebody.
officer happened to be one that has a more wholesome, open-minded nature about himself.
And that's what I'm saying. Finally, we got some justice. When the police show up, they don't just automatically side with this woman that called and start going in on this guy like, why are you breaking into this house? Because usually that's what they would do. They would show up with a preconceived notion of,
so lame.
You're breaking into the house.
So lame. That's so lame. Like he has nothing else to do. You know, it's so sad how they give people such a, and when you look up and they're accusing you of something heinous like that, and that's not even your nature, it just pisses you off so much. And if you did a download on the lady there that was complaining, you would see more drama in her life. What she got going on, is her mortgage up to date, is her taxes up to date? I mean, I just don't, I don't trust nobody.
You know what? But another aspect of that story is that she was saying, was it this story or another one, where she said she's not the one that called, but she would have called?
Yeah, and then, you know what got me too at the end of that, and we're going to move on from this story here in a minute. She said that, okay, all right, well, it's verify who you are, everything. She said, just get done and get out.
Yeah.
Like she owns the whole damn neighborhood. All you own is that what's called a house. A house is considered a lot, and a block. You own that lot and that block of that particular situation. You don't own anything else. They think they own the whole neighborhood because they've been holding the neighborhood down for so long. And when you do that, that shows that they've been holding guard. They've been the Derrick guards right there that's protecting anybody that comes in that they think don't belong there. That's been going on for a long time.
The Orange Hat Brigade.
Yeah, really. So it's amazing. It's amazing for her to be on blast on TV. I'm sure she lost a few of her black friends that she spoke to.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Oh, all right. That's a good segue.
But if you got any questions, callers,
yeah.
If you got any comments on that story, callers, give us a call. Press 1 on your phone, and you'll be put through, and you can tell us what you think. The number is 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
And press 1. If you're already listening by phone, press 1 and give us your opinion, because we need it, because it's rough out there.
And if you're listening online, just give us a call, 914-803-4306, and press 1. All right, Poppa DD. So let's talk about this whole white privilege situation.
Well, I wanted to emphasize that particular segment tonight because I'm gonna tell you, white privilege has been going on for a long time, and the sad part about it is that a lot of white people, and we're speaking of white people that are the facilitators of this. Believe me, this show is not no militant show where we are sitting up here with picks in our hair and we're not, I don't know.
So I gotta take my pick out of my hair.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. We're not sitting here with any kind of cynical things. We don't have fists around us and a bunch of H. Rap Brown and Gil Scott-Heron albums laying around and things like that. We're regular people.
However,
we like the birds and the bees.
Flowers and the trees.
We'd rather die on our feet than live on our knees.
Okay, now.
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
And I'm proud.
That was a line from James Brown. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm brown. Anyway, but white privilege has been divvied up for years. When they go in the bank to talk about mortgages, they have the look, they have and they may not even have the credit, but they got the look. They got the job. This is the reason why police officers and firemen didn't make a lot of money, because they go in and they get what they want from institutions based on being first responders. It's been going on for years, especially in the New York area for years. You could be a $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 police officer, fireman. You get anything you want, because the fix is in, the nod. They give you the nod, as they call it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of things, just everything. I mean, when it comes to jobs, job appointments, the nepotism in the office, who appointed who before they left, the bosses before they left, make sure they got everybody in there right underneath black people's nose, because black people come to work showing, dedication and just work ethic and not really paying attention to the politics. and the politics can go on right underneath them without them even knowing. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, we're so busy trying to be righteous, trying to be what we are, how we were raised. And if you look at how most white folks were raised, nothing like us. Nothing like us. So below our standards of our parents and grandparents and forefathers. So far below the food chain. Oh, my God. It's amazing. You sit back and talk about your lovely family, they'd be like, damn, I got locked in a damn basement. They'd be saying in their mind. Because they've been through some horrendous stuff. I mean, because, you know, and I'm not going to be long-winded with this. It's really sad that racism exists because problems, situations, circumstance, drama is amongst all people. It is not exclusive to blacks in anything. We're not the only people on welfare. We're not the only people collecting SSI. We're not the only people doing anything that may be deemed ghetto. You know, when people do something that they deem ghetto, they focus back on the black race where they think the word ghetto came from, when ghetto actually came from the Jews. And, you know, they tag. It's always tag, you're it, tag, you're it. And some of us don't have the strength and agility to wipe it off, you know. When it comes at you, you got to wipe it off like it's dandruff. You can't walk around thinking, well, you know, that's just the way they are. You know, when it happens, like when you get like that, boy, you have been coated big time. So I'm a trap. But what you got here? Anything?
Yeah, I was just going to add that I think what bothers me is the assumption that they're always correct, just because of the complexity. You know, that's what irritates me. Why do people just automatically assume if it's their word, if it's my word against their word, if I'm black and they're white, the assumption is, well, they must be right. They must know what they're talking about. Doesn't matter if I got 3 degrees on my wall and they barely made it through junior high. They still get the benefit of the doubt because they're white. So they must know more than this lowly black woman. I don't care where she went to school or who she studied under. It doesn't matter. And that's what bugs me, that level of white privilege. You know, you just get the assumption or the benefit of the doubt that you know more or that you're more qualified or that whatever you're saying, you must be correct, you know, and don't correct them in front of somebody. Oh, that's like against the law almost. You know, I'm one of those people where don't come to me and correct because I will school you, and I don't care.
But it's really not a direct connection anymore. In most cases, white folks who feel like they really have divided and conquered the room, especially in the job market, they will put a black person as a supervisor, as a buffer. So now they don't have to be bothered with the underclass black stuff. They'll let the black supervisor or manager handle the black employees before it gets up to them, so to speak. Okay,
and that supervisor or manager is too stupid to realize.
Right. Well, that's why they were chosen.
Exactly.
That's why they were chosen. And that supervisor has more education, more knowledge, more common sense knowledge than the white person that they work for.
But sometimes they're too stupid to realize that your position that you have is not because of your education and experience. It's to keep those Negroes in check. That's why they put you.
So they
there.
don't have to be bothered.
Exactly.
Because
but they're walking around with their ego all inflated, thinking, oh, I earned this position. I put my time in and all of this stuff, paid my dues. No, you were in the right place at the right time in many cases. I won't say always, but in many cases you're the token. You're the one that they said, well, you know, let him handle it. He'll handle them. And then I just need to deal with one Negro, and he can deal with all the rest of them.
Well, I noticed that, too, in Prince George County. Prince George County is a town, not a town, it's a county, really. It's a county that has a level of uniqueness when it comes to black people because most people in Prince George County are working class people, and they all have, you know, pretty nice homes, and, you know, they have hell nice-ass cars. Look at that mercy. Anyway, but the thing I noticed about Prince George County is that any store or restaurant that I may go in, no matter what it may be, it could be, I'll just throw a few names out there. It could be Applebee's, what's that place that does the steaks from Australia?
Oh, Outback.
Outback, anywhere, Home Depot, Lowe's, supermarkets, anywhere you go in Prince George County. When you go in these different places, Prince George County looks like Johannesburg. Black folks everywhere. All right, black folks everywhere. But as soon as you got a problem and you call for a manager, out comes the Caucasian. Now, I'm trying to figure myself, where do you live? Do you live in Prince George County? Probably not, because I don't see a lot of white folks in Prince George County. If I'm sitting in a restaurant in Prince George County, and when I see a white person there, I feel like they're lost and looking for directions. Because they're just not, their population.
Because they look out of place.
They look out of place. Because the black folks are well-to-do, they have everything they need, but if there's a complaint, if you get a hair in your food or something, when you call the manager, out comes the white person all the time. Over there in, what's the place, Landover Hills, the Walmart over there, they got 10,000 Negroes in there, like they're making a Tarzan movie. It's crazy. But have a problem, here comes a little white boy, and he's only 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, but he's the manager.
But he's a manager. He's got his laptop. He's got the company phone. And so it just goes to show you that we're being used. We're being so used. So used. I mean, I just can't even imagine how, because our minds are so destitute, and we just settle for less, and we don't.
Well, I was going to say it's what we accept.
Yeah, it's what we accept.
But we have a caller, so I'm going to get another opinion on this and see if they disagree or agree with us. Caller, you are live on the Pajama Party Show. What's going on?
Yes, I don't know what to agree on. At the rate it's going
down, you can agree, you can disagree.
All right, put on.
Okay, on Mother's Day in Miami, a black guy walked into a cheesecake factory with his girlfriend and her mother, and he had a Trump support hat on. So the workers at Cheesecake Factory starts. Somebody want to knock his hat off and blah, blah, blah. They just like harass the man. Okay.
That wasn't fair.
There.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's freedom of speech. You should be able to. Freedom of representation.
I wouldn't observe them, but
They apologize to him and the people. Then they fired two of the workers.
Okay.
Well, at least they did some immediate action. Yeah, at least they did some immediate action. So.
Interesting. All right.
Right.
So what do you think about situations like in stores in predominantly black areas that seem like they always have a white manager in charge?
Well, that I can't speak on. If you look at it, they always, practically all the stores do have that.
Mm-hmm.
Even
why is that?
In McDonald's, you see a lot of Spanish in McDonald's taking over McDonald's, but you see a white manager. You might see.
So that means that
Spanish.
So does that mean they don't trust us at the safe? Don't trust us with the money? No. Don't think we have the leadership to organize the papers? And I mean, because I think that McDonald's has probably made that franchise has probably the easiest organizational aspect of running that office as you can imagine, because they want to make money and open up a new day. It's not like they are doing anything new.
Yeah, they're not doing brain surgery.
Yeah, and it's hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders, donuts, lettuce.
That's Burger King.
Burger King.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, okay. But anyway.
Okay.
So, Carl, you cool with that, with white managers? You like that?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets deep. But Caller, it gets deep because it makes you feel like when a white manager comes out, it's like they're the only ones that can settle the problems, They're the facilitators of peace.
Well, they're the only ones with any power.
I wouldn't call it, it's not really the power. They're the facilitators of peace. They feel like they're the only ones that can put everything back in perspective.
Well, that's what I mean by power. If I'm upset because something is marked down, but the register says it's $10 more, and I'm trying to tell the cashier that she doesn't have the power to give it to me at that price, who does she have to call? She got to call Mr. Jimmy, and Mr. Jimmy John is going to come out there and say, what seems to be the problem? And then I explain it to him, and then he puts a code in the register and gives me that $10 discount and walks away.
But the one thing that I do find that they do have black managers in, and I've never seen a white manager represent this at all, is TJ Maxx and Marshalls, boy. You have a problem at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, some big butt sister going to come and be in large and in charge. I need 20% off this. Here comes sister girl. Oh, yes, I know you are. I ain't never seen a white manager in TJ Maxx or Marshalls. They hold it down. What if you got a problem?
Interesting.
You ever seen a white manager in TJ Maxx?
Now that you mention it, no, I have not.
I know you haven't.
At least not in the DMV area.
Them sisters got it down.
But you know what?
TJ Maxx.
I'm kind of not in the middle, but I've seen both sides. Now, what you said, Poppa DD, you know, in certain areas or certain stores, you see a black manager, big buff person coming out. But you know, the thing that I've seen.
Ketel, check it out, Ketel, excuse me for 1 second. But I was talking about Prince George County. Now, I wasn't speaking on any other areas.
But I'm saying, I've just seen it wherever they are. It doesn't matter where they are. A black manager and a white manager is totally different. A black manager will come out and give you confrontation because I'm the HINIC or whatever you want to call it in charge.
Yeah, I've gotten that done. I've gotten that done.
Now, if you're a white manager, just like Redwine said, they'll come out, okay, ma'am, you know, sir, whatever, they'll hear your complaint. They'll put that, swipe that card, give you that 20%.
Because they don't know how to handle a black. A black know how to handle a black. That's why.
And then also they probably don't want to either.
They don't want to see.
Other things to be doing. Nope, they don't have time. They don't have time for that.
Yeah, let me handle this Negro and keep it.
They don't want you to make a scene up in there.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, look, give me 10% off, and I'm done.
Yep.
They're trying to protect the
is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, you know, people that are in power or so to speak, or managers, you know, you see another black, okay, I'm gonna give them some lip or confrontation. Why? Just give me the damn 10% and move on. You know.
I agree. I don't know why. You know what? But you know what? I think it's because sometimes people who look the same automatically assume a level of familiarity. You know, it's like if it's a white manager, they come out and they say, what can I do for you, ma'am? But when it's a black manager, sometimes they won't even say ma'am or sir. They come out and say, what's the problem? You know, what is the issue? You know, it's like, why you got to come to me like that? But see, just because they're like, oh, I'm black, you black, I don't have to be formal with you.
You know what? Yeah.
I'm going to just come to you like you my sister girl.
I agree with that completely. And I have had that.
Kiss my phone wire. You can't do.
Let me tell you something. You know what?
On the kiss it list.
Let me tell you something. I have been in stores that had black female managers, and two of them would come out, and as I was talking, it happened to me at Home Depot, I believe. I was doing something, and the black managers, the two black females were saying, "Well, you do it," and then they started talking in black slang to me. Oh, so you think because you? I said, hold up, don't give me that heifer shit, man. Don't even. I'm speaking professional as a shopper at Home Depot. Don't talk to me like I'm one of your damn honeys. All right, don't talk to me like we used to date at one time. Mm-hmm. Don't talk to me like you're so familiar with me, you know. And it happened to me in New Orleans at a hotel one time. I'm listening to this sister kissing this white man's ass before me, and I had a leaking toilet in my room. And I went to talk to her, and all of a sudden she said, "Yes, can I help you?" And I said, "I'm in such and such room, and my toilet's leaking." I was a little upset, you know, me being the Aries, you know, we're fire ready aim. And I'm a little upset. And all of a sudden, she called me by my first name. Okay, you know, and we'll take. I said, wait a minute. When the hell did you stop calling me Mr., you know, whatever my last name is?
Wow,
I said,
wow.
Oh, you're going to get, so that bothered you? I said, hell yeah, it bothered me, you little country bumpkin. You know, and she, you know, being a New Orleans native, you know, when you're up there for the Essence Festival, you know the difference between the natives and the Essence people, you know what I mean? Because the natives just look like, you know, they just hobos and stuff, you know. Anyway, I just said that to get back at old girl. But, you know, you can tell the difference between the natives and the visitors. But, you know, she just went personal on me, and I said, why are you getting familiar with me and you don't even know me just because I'm black and you're black? You feel like you could just reduce this conversation to homeboy, homegirl kind of stuff? And I'm paying $2.49 a night?
Wow. See, that's the kind of stuff that you encounter sometimes.
Yeah, we get that familiarity and vicious.
I want to get on another subject. I understand what Poppa DD was saying. Did y'all hear about the incident, I think it was in Florida, about the black lady and a boyfriend or something with the 10 kids?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. You narrated that.
Like you were saying about how blacks act. Now, you see how she looked as far as that mugshot?
Yes. I did see that.
Difference in her when she was talking to the reporter?
Absolutely.
And what about her husband with the teardrop on his eye?
If she's standing there, look like she a glamour queen, and was living the way she was living. It's a shame.
Yeah,
it was bad. That was radical. Well, you know, because when the drugs is involved, nothing else really even goes on in the house. If you're heavy into that drug and that coke or that crack or whatever you're doing got you going, ain't nobody else getting fed. You think there's some common dinners going on when you're trying to put together a what do they call them? I mean, I don't know what they call different things, but
whatever paraphernalia they use.
Yeah, whatever paraphernalia is going on.
Yeah, they in there
whatever,
just mistreating those kids.
You trying to make
a
speedball, and you done got together $60. You put together a nice speedball, and the kids are sitting there wondering, you know, what we going to eat, but you done already spent $60 on getting your speedball. As soon as y'all do that speedball, y'all both sitting back on the couch like, you know, in Never Land. I mean, I can't even imagine a drug world. I've never been a part of it in that particular aspect. So, but I'm sure that it takes over everything else in the room. You know, that's what an addiction does. It takes precedence over everything. So
I hope that everything that they did to those kids is done to them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, they'll
wow.
get there, for sure.
Put them on the kisser list. Well, if you guys got any more questions or comments, hit us up tonight. 914-803-4306. Press one.
We're going to take a little break.
All right. Thank you, caller.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick break and go on to the Hit It and Quit It headlines on the Pajama Party Show on Blog Talk Radio. We'll be right back.
Looking for a new cocktail to serve at your next dinner party? Trying to figure out what pairs well with your main entree? Then you need to visit the Cocktail of the Week archive at apajamaparty.com. We've got a list of all the cocktails we've featured on previous Pajama Party shows with recipes and pictures of the drinks. And believe me, we've had some good ones. And while you're on the website, visit the archives for previous shows. Just click on any date and you can hear the shows again and again. We've got you covered at apajamaparty.com. And tell a friend. They'll thank you.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Je suis vin rouge.
Ketel's not in the studio tonight, by the way. If you hear, if she sounds a little faint to you, she's out collecting that bull semen.
Again, Ketel?
Oh, well, it is what it is.
Look, when you handle,
tell you about it when I get back.
When you handle that bull semen, strong gloves, external use only. Okay, watch it.
All right.
We don't want
I remember that.
All right.
Yeah, well, speaking of hit it and quit it, I'm going to get on this first story. I want to talk about this lady, Elizabeth Holmes. She's the founder of Theranos, this company. She's getting busted for all kind of fraud going on. Here's another one. Talk about white privilege. She is with this company called Theranos that promised to revolutionize blood testing They've been charged by the SEC with massive fraud involving more than $700 million, and her former president, Ramesh Sumi Balwani, has also been charged. Now, the two of them raised a whole lot of money from investors using an elaborate, years-long fraud. This wasn't like a weekend fraud. They've been doing this for years, in which they exaggerated or made false statements about the company's technology, the business that they were doing, and their financial performance. So they were just lying all over the place. They agreed to resolve the claims against them, according to the SEC, and she is going to give up control of the company and most of her stake in it. Now, that's what got me, most of her stake in it, but not all. Now, this heifer has lied to investors, defrauded people, taken people's money under false claims. I'm not understanding why she's not going to do some time. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, they're saying that this company was once valued at $9 billion. It started in 2003 when she was just 19 years old. She dropped out of Stanford University to launch this company. And then, you know, she was on the cover of all these magazines as being an up-and-coming, you know, millionaire on the rise and all this stuff. But in the truth of the matter, she was defrauding people and lying and doing all kinds of stuff. This blood testing, they were putting stuff out there talking about they had all this equipment, but they were sending it out using a third party's equipment to do the testing. So they were lying about what they had to do the testing. I mean, it blows my mind. And I'm thinking, like, well, when the SEC gets involved, I mean, it's fine to give them a fine if they were making all this kind of money. You know, $700 million, yeah, that'll probably make her have a headache, but why isn't she going to jail is what I don't understand.
Why?
So they go on to say about how they misled people, and she had all these people on her board of directors, people like Henry Kissinger, George Shultz, former Secretary of Defense William Perry, Senator Bill Frist, and Sam Nunn. All of them at one point in time were board members. So she had been real good. She and her people were real good at snow jobbing folks.
And it got good to them, and they couldn't get up.
Yeah. So now they're just going to get fines, and she's going to have to give up most of her stake in the company. I'm like, really?
The company was bogus from the beginning.
Exactly. This is total
Here we go
bull.
with that privilege again. That white privilege.
There it is.
And what's her nationality?
I don't know. She's a white woman.
You sure she's white?
Yeah, she's white.
But the other guy was a
he
red
was
guy.
Indian.
He was red guy.
The president of her company, he was Indian.
Okay.
And he's in trouble too.
Okay.
So that's all I got on her. But I'm putting Miss Elizabeth Holmes on the kiss it list.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, they lock black people up for being con artists. Don't they lock up black folks for being con artists?
That's what they say. Yep. Looks like a Ponzi scheme to me.
That's what it seems like.
Wow.
But anyway.
All right, we're going to keep it moving.
Yep, on to the next one.
Okay. Bumblebee CEO charged with price fixing on canned tuna. Yeah, what's up with this?
Here's some more. Misbehaving white folks.
I used to trust tuna cans, man.
Oh,
all right,
boy.
San Francisco, United States, prosecutors filed a criminal charge Wednesday against the CEO of Bumblebee Foods as part of an ongoing investigation into price fixing in the packaged seafood industry. All right? A grand jury in San Francisco indicted Christopher Lempowski on one count of price fixing, alleging that from November 2010 to December 2013, he conspired with others in the industry to itemize and compete with. They basically, when it comes to tuna, there's all kind of tunas out there. Tuna could be cheap as hell, as it could be expensive as hell, and I think the most expensive one is called What's it called?
Oh, that chunky white albacore.
Albacore, exactly. So, it's so interesting because you can be fooled because nobody really pays attention that strong to tuna. But tuna is a very meticulous meal that if you're going to eat tuna, eat good tuna. Don't, when you go to buy tuna, if it says $3, buy it if you want some albacore, you want some nice chunks when you open it up. Because it could be salty, not salty, it could be real mushy too. So he's in a situation where him and 3 other people, including the former Starfish Tuna Company executive, have they've both been charged with gouging and pushing up prices and putting false names and claims on their packaging.
Wow.
Saying that they're albacore when they're not, and it's just a mess. And a lot of people noticed it when they started opening up the packaging because albacore is the real thick tuna. When you open up the can, it comes out in nice chunks, and it's a light pinkish, white pinkish kind of color. And they were opening up the cans of mush. So it's all about the labeling. You can put a bad label on a, it's amazing. So, and it's in tuna.
So wait, you said now he was working with executives from other tuna companies?
Starkiss and, the whole nine, all of them.
So they all got together and decided.
They all got together because they knew people wasn't paying tuna too much any mind as far as nobody had great knowledge of tuna. So he's able to, but then people do it for a while and it works, but then they get greedy. Believe me, people only stop being criminals when they get caught. It's not like they come to their senses and say, let's be cool. Not at all. So just look out for your tuna when you buy some albacore. When you open it up, make sure it's got the nice chunky pieces of tuna in there.
Sounds like you like albacore.
That's my thing. Tuna's my thing. That's why I'm so good.
You better check the prices.
Makes my skin nice and smooth. That's why I'm so irresistibly gorgeous.
I thought it was all that bull semen.
You know what?
Anyway, moving on. Ketel, what you got? Ketel.
Oh, they're going to make me look at tuna a different way now. You can't
She's
see
always
this
thinking about that tuna fish.
Oh, boy.
I recommend people buy albacore only.
Okay, we got it.
All right. A lawyer's tirade against Spanish-speaking customer goes viral. Here we go again. I guess it's a privilege, folks. This is in New York City. A lawyer who was caught on video ranting against Spanish-speaking restaurant workers has been kicked out of his office space and faces a complaint from 2 elected officials. The lawyer's brief tirade prompted the officials to send a letter on Thursday to a discriminatory committee that oversees lawyers in the state. The power of the Internet also went to work against him, with the fundraiser started to send a mariachi band to perform outside his office. So the clip of the man yelling in a Manhattan restaurant went viral on Wednesday, and he was identified through social media as attorney Aaron Schlossberg. So a person by the name of Emily Serrano, she's a regular customer at the Madison Avenue restaurant, told CBS News that she befriended one of the workers there and often interacts with him in English and Spanish. Serrano says the patron who was in the line before her ordered his food in Spanish, and that appeared to agitate the man in the video. Once she and her friend placed their order in the language, she said he flipped out on the workers. She then decided to pull out her phone and record him once she started to feel threatened by him. Oh, my God. Really?
So he's flipping out because she ordered her stuff in Spanish?
I guess so. She would do it in English and Spanish, she said. Let me see. It goes on to say in the video, Schlossberg said he would be calling immigration and customs enforcement to have the workers kicked out of my country. He complained to another restaurant employee that it's America, oh, my God, here we go, and that in a Manhattan eatery, staff should be speaking English. I guess it's like, when you go into a store and somebody's speaking Spanish and they're probably talking about you, I guess he got upset. So,
but she was ordering her food. She wasn't talking to him or about him. She was ordering her food, and he starts tripping out, talking about this is America. You ought to be speaking in English.
Yes.
I mean, he doesn't own that establishment. He doesn't work there. He's not a manager. But white privilege made him feel like he's just going to lay the law down and threaten to call ICE on people who work there because he didn't like it.
But wait a minute. Let me read this last sentence. Schlossberg's bio on his website says he focuses on commercial and insurance coverage issues. It says besides English, he speaks Spanish, French, and some Hebrew and Chinese. So maybe they were talking about him.
Yeah,
he
speaks Spanish himself, yeah.
So he probably understood what language that they were talking, what they were saying. So anyway, he's gone. He's a done deal. Okay.
So his landlord kicked him out of his building, huh? Good.
Yep. The company
all right,
that runs
I got
the
him on the
building,
kiss it list.
Okay. It's Schlossberg.
I got him. Okay, I got one last one about this meeting with Trump and Kim Jong-un. The question is it really going to happen? What was interesting is that Trump now is saying that he wants Kim Jong-un to understand how much he really wants to meet him. So Trump was on TV looking like he was appealing directly to Kim Jong-un, offering very strong protections to Kim Jong-un if he seals a deal. Now, we don't know exactly what the deal is, but he's saying that, he really wants this meeting to happen. And he's saying all this stuff on TV. This meeting is supposed to be happening on June 12th in Singapore. Part of the problem is that Mr. Bolton, who is, I'm trying to find his title, John Bolton is, what is he? He works for Trump. I don't know what his exact position is, but he basically has a different position on this whole thing, different from Trump. So when he goes on different news programs and he's speaking about what he thinks needs to happen between North Korea and the United States, then Trump gets on TV and says stuff that are in direct opposition. It once again makes the administration look confused. So part of the problem is that Trump started comparing Libya and talking about how Muammar Gaddafi was, ousted from his, what was he? He was the head of president or prime, whatever he was, how he got run out of his office and ended up killed in the United States, who had hands in that. So Trump is saying this stuff, trying to appeal to Kim Jong-un, saying, well, we wouldn't be looking at a solution like that because Gaddafi was decimated. But we wouldn't be trying to do that. However, if we can't make a deal and you still want to hold on to your nuclear weapons and stuff, then it could end up like Gaddafi. So he's basically, as usual, talking out of both sides of his face. So I don't know if this meeting is going to happen. But for Trump to say things like, well, Kim Jong-un would still be able to be in power and he would still be there. His people are very industrious people. They're very smart. He's making it sound like he's giving Kim Jong-un permission to still be in charge of his own country, which I thought was kind of odd. I'm like, what are you saying? Are you threatening to run him out? What? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I think that's why that meeting may be up in the air, because he says a lot of things that are confusing, and then other people who are representing him, speaking on the topic, are saying things opposite. So, I don't know. It's a whole lot of confusion. I don't know what they're going to do. I really think Trump needs to just not talk. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's very hard to do. Well, I guess we had to sit back and see. I don't know. He's kind of calmed down now. The Kim Jong and Donald Trump has kind of, been kind of quiet also. So
he hasn't been quiet. That's because he's been all over Twitter. He's quiet.
He's attending to his wife.
She's still recuperating in the hospital.
You don't think he's going to see her?
No, well, they did say he did go see her. He stayed for about 45 minutes or so. But anyway. All right, well, that's it for Hit It and Quit It.
Okay.
Let's see. We're going to take a quick one, and then we're coming back with Poppa DD and What's Poppin'. And we'll be right back on the Pajama Party Show. Ow!
It's the Friday night adult talk show, The Pajama Party, on Blog Talk Radio, produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment. Visit us online at www.apajamaparty.com. Click the banner and you can join us online, or call us right now at 914-803-4306. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Pajama Party crew and you. So pick up the phone and call us now, 914-803-4306, and tell us what's on your mind. There's a big fluffy pillow reserved up front just for you at the Pajama Party. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Pass it on. Now let's get back to the Pajama Party crew and more of the Pajama Party. That better not be my robe.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
I really got to change the company I keep. Anyway.
Going down? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I tell you.
All right.
Years and years ago, I
please.
stepped on Skid Row and never returned.
Okay, so what's popping tonight?
You know what's popping tonight to me is lawsuits against banks. You know, we really need to take back power, you know, from banks, because they're like, and I'm not saying that, you know, this like hypothetically, you know, when you are collecting money in fees on Mac machines, and it ends up in high millions, almost billions a year of just fees of somebody using your ATM machine that's not a member of your bank. At that point, you know, the bank needs to be able to be accountable for that and do something. You know, banks are in communities, but they do nothing for communities. Isn't that amazing? I mean, maybe some of them do, but they make a lot of money, just like the airline. The airline's the same way now. They still got a 9/11 tax. They got a fuel tax. I remember one time that the airlines were struggling to handle business. Now they got a surplus, a huge surplus. And a lot of them still want to kick it at you. That's why I just fly Southwest, the Negro airline. Thank you very much. You know, but recently there was a credit union in the, what do you call this area? DMV?
DMV, yeah.
DMV. There was a credit union in DMV area. I won't say their name. I won't put them on blast. It's a good credit union otherwise. But they got rid of their coin machine, okay? And they got a brand new one, nicer than anyone I've ever seen. Not like the Coin Star at Walmart or the other one at ShopRite, the red joint, the monster joint, and they charge you like 10, 15% for your money, you know? But this credit union got a brand new machine, and just like another bank, they took it out because I think people were complaining about the noise it made. And this one wasn't really making no noise, but They deemed it to be the eyesore and the ghetto aspect of the room, okay? You know, it's so sad in the world today, and I'm just going to break it down. You know, in life, when you work on your job and things like that, sometimes don't always look at how much you make a year, how much you make a week or every 2 weeks or whatever. Sometimes focus on how much you make a day. But what you make a day really dictates where you are in your life, you know, how much you pull a day, because you got a homeless person out there begging that could be making more than you a day just by panhandling. So, not to get off the subject, but this credit union had a coin machine that was all of a sudden taken out. And people complained about it, and they filed a class action lawsuit and gave most of the members like $1.50 on the lawsuit, because the people won the case about taking out the coin machine. A lot of the people in there, the managers and the upper managers of banks and credit unions, they look at the coin machine as being the eyesore. Well, here comes the ghetto people to take their coins in, yada, yada, yada. I don't care who is what in this world, how much money you got. One thing about paper dollars turn into coins. That's what they do. That's their offspring, if you will, okay? If you jiggle money of any magnitude, of any high magnitude, eventually it's going to trickle down to single dollars in coins. And you're going to have quarters and nickels and dollars. At the end of the day, every time you come home from work or come home, period, at the end of the day, you got change in your pocket. And if you throw it somewhere, it's going to accumulate and get bigger and bigger and bigger. You say, wow, I got a bunch of quarters in here. Whatever much that is. But the question is, where do I cash in my coins? And a lot of banks have given up on the coin business because it's an eyesore in the lobby. So there's, I don't know, get that out of here. Oh, my God. And people come in with their coins and different things. They come in with them in socks, in shoes, in fire boots, in all kinds of different, wherever you got your coins at, in a fish bowl or whatever. And they think that when you come in, they reduce the standards of the person just because they're bringing coins into cash. But the person may have a bag of coins that may be worth like $245. But as long as you got paper, we can accept you in the bank. Hi, go to teller number 4. You got a check? Oh, paper, cash a check, transfer some money, go to aisle number 4. But when you bring that Maxwell House can in there, when you come in with that blue Maxwell House can inside that knapsack, they look at you like you're the scum of the earth, and you can have $150,000, $200,000 job. It's Saturday, you got your sweatsuit on, and you just got some coins you want to cash, but the banks say, oh, no, get those coins out of my lobby. Are you kidding me? Coins? This is an establishment. Okay, go pitch those in a pond for luck. So, it's just amazing how people need to understand in the world today. And pennies, the poor penny, nobody gives a crap about the penny anymore. You can be a millionaire. Excuse me for laughing at this, but you can be a millionaire. You can have $1 million worth of pennies around your house, but there's nowhere to cash them in. Nobody wants to roll them. Nobody wants to take them. Not even the kids. The kids don't even want pennies. Mom, really? Pennies? Don't insult me. So it's just amazing where what have we done with ourselves when it comes to change? All dollar paper money is going to be trickled down to coins. And when it comes to coins, nobody gives a damn. You can only go to Walmart or ShopRite to their little Coinstar machines. It's going to charge you 10, 15%. And you're sitting there, they don't care. They're grinding stuff all day. That's, Walmart lobbies, they don't care about that. It's all day. But the banks don't want that noise, don't want that sound. And they've got any shame on them because they're the ones facilitating the money. You're the ones that are cooking the cash. The cash is where you are. They say, why do you rob a bank? Because that's where the money is. But that money's going to trickle down to coins. But when you got coins, don't come back to us because we don't want nothing to do with it. So anyway, that's just my little topic tonight on What's Poppin'.
Okay, now.
Anyway. What do you want?
Pop them over the head with that stat.
They're taking to Walmart because our lobby, we just got new rugs. Get them Maxwell House cans out of here. Get out with them damn dirty-ass coins. This is an establishment.
Okay.
Ketel, you out there?
She's thinking.
No, I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm thinking about those coins. Next time that I take my coins in, I had to look around, see who's looking.
Where you going to take them? Nobody takes them. You got to go to Walmart. Walmart or ShopRite.
Kmart.
I'm not paying anybody a percentage to take my coins and change them out. I'm not.
And with the banks,
I'll just keep collecting them, but I'm not doing it. But anyway, we're going to lighten it up and slide into the weird news. And I think, actually, you got the first one on weird news tonight, Poppa DD.
How did I get that when I just got done my second?
I know. It's turn.
All right.
that
Well,
work
next
for
time
free.
when I get done my segment, don't give me a story afterwards because I need time to sip on my brown liquor.
I just work here.
All right.
Anyway,
A man
what you
arrested
got?
for posing at posing as a Texas high school athlete. This is in Dallas. Okay. Police say a 25-year-old man. Okay. He dubbed two Dallas high schools for 9 months for posing as a 17-year-old student, and he just wanted to play basketball. So he bamboozled the whole school system, and they won a city championship with him because he's really good, but he's 25 years old. All right, court records show his name was Sidney Bovair Gilstrip Poultry. What the hell? 4 names, really?
I'm going to just put down Sydney on the kiss it list.
Yeah, he faces a charge of tampering with government records, and he was arrested Friday. Dallas School District officials say that he first enrolled at Skyland High School and later moved to Hillcrest High School, where he joined the basketball team. All right, he was an outstanding player, took him to the city championship. District spokesman Robin Harris said the man took advantage of schools opening their doors to the students. They claimed that he was a refugee that was from the recent hurricanes in Houston. So they gave him a break. So, but a superintendent named Michael Holojosh, he apologized to the parents and said that the district worked to prevent similar situations in the future. Anyway,
that's
25-year-old boy.
Is he kind of like touched in the head or something?
Who knows?
I was going to ask the same thing. It's special.
Yeah, that seems really extreme.
And he started there in the 9th grade. 25 years old, and he was in the 9th grade playing varsity basketball.
See, there's something wrong with that.
But as long as you're winning, nobody's questioning it. But if he was horrible, they would question. If they were losing, you would say, "Who the hell is that?" But being as winning, they let him do what he did.
That's just really weird. All right, that's why it's the weird news.
Okay. Yep. All right. In other weird news, in Berlin, domestic dispute with a parrot. Police were called to investigate a domestic disturbance in a southern German town and found a man arguing with a parrot. A resident in Lawach, sounds like a roach, Lawach, near the Swiss border, called the emergency number Monday to report his concerns about loud shouting from a next-door apartment that had been going on for some time. Police said Tuesday that officers sent to the scene found there was a loud argument going on, but it was between a 22-year-old man and a parrot.
Are you saying a parrot? Is it a bird?
A parrot, yep. The man told them he had been annoyed with the bird, which belonged to his girlfriend. The parrot responded to being shouted at with loud noises of its own. Police said it couldn't speak, but could bark like a dog. Since no one was hurt, the officers left. I'm like, are you serious?
Wait. The parrot doesn't talk, but it barks like a dog.
Barks. The parrot responded to being shouted at with loud noises of its own. Police said it couldn't speak, but could bark like a dog. I guess they were like, okay.
I wouldn't even want to put that in my report if I was that officer.
Nah, I don't think so. Okay. They said it was a domestic disturbance, so they thought it was two people arguing, so they said they'd go investigate and check it out.
So he's in there arguing with his girlfriend's parrot.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know who's crazier, him or the parrot.
See what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I guess by now everybody's heard the social media debate over Yanni or Laurel. This started up on Wednesday as a short audio clip that sparked media debate over whether the word that was being heard was Yanni or Laurel. How people hear it is similar to how people viewed that dress on the internet 3 years ago, And people were like, is it blue and black or is it gold and white? So the scientific explanation centers more on the quality of the recording and the resonance of the speech sounds. It's relatively low-quality signal that can be played over a variety of devices, and the sound was developed to be on a perceptual border, said Todd Ricketts of Vanderbilt University's Medical Center Hearing and Speech Sciences Department. They got the medical people involved in it. So they were saying, well, they said on a full-range, high-quality speaker, you probably would hear Laurel, but over computer speakers, you keep hearing Yanni, is what Mr. Ricketts said. So they said when you say the word Yanni and Laurel, the waveform, like when you speak and you see the wave signals, they said the waveform looks very similar for the first band of energy resonance. However, there's a significant difference in the second and third resonances of the two words, which is how humans interpret the word. So people speculated since we started this on Wednesday, saying which one do you hear. So I'm going to play the clip, and everybody tell me what you hear. So here we go.
Laurel, 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 Laurel.
Okay. What do you hear, Poppa DD?
I hear Yammy.
Are you serious?
I'm not serious. Of course I'm being.
Okay. I very clearly hear Laurel.
You're very clearly out of your mind.
What do you hear, Ketel?
Laurel.
Yeah,
I guess
you
it's two
would.
against one.
I'm hearing Laurel. It sounded so clear to me that it was Laurel over and over, Laurel. But Poppa DD says he hears Yanni.
I hear Yammy. Whatever it is.
I don't see it.
Yeah. I guess the debate will continue on.
I hear Yammy. I don't know what.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you you don't.
That's what I'm
just saying I don't
clear
hear
as a bell. Maybe I'm old and crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's what we
I don't know. Maybe we are. But look, anybody else, call in. Tell us what you hear. Is it Yanni or is it Laurel that you hear?
I hear Yammy. Yes,
okay, I'm just saying. Anybody want to weigh in?
3 or 4 times. That's what you got, Laurel, out of that?
I got Laurel every single time. You want to hear it again?
What you smoking?
I ain't smoking anything. I got my gum filled, but I don't think that's affecting my hearing.
Let's hear it one more time.
Okay, listen.
Laurel.
Okay.
Laurel.
Yammy.
Laurel.
Yammy.
Laurel.
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 Laurel. I keep hearing
Laurel.
Laurel.
Laurel. Laurel.
Where's your spaceship?
I hear Laurel.
Guess what? I don't hear neither.
Oh,
I don't
please.
hear neither.
You always got to be switchful and always try to be neutral. What do you hear? Seriously, what do you hear?
It's Yammy.
What do you hear, Ketel?
Yammy. Yammy Laurel.
See, she always try to be in the middle. Take a side. Which one?
Oh, Yammy Laurel.
All right.
That's a new word.
Okay.
Well, it's just an illusion thing, They had an illusion thing back in the day that used to hang in my parents' house on the refrigerator. It was a princess turned upside down as an old woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Okay.
One piece of paper. You flip it one way as an old woman, flip it another way as a princess. It was amazing.
Anyway. Okay.
I don't expect y'all know anything about it down here in the DMV area, y'all.
No, that was probably before my time.
Y'all just
before mine too.
Y'all just float.
That must have been about in the 1900s or
it's
something.
a Philly thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, around 1904, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, if anybody knows what they heard, hit us up tonight 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Yammy.
Laurel. Laurel.
Yammy.
Laurel.
Yummy
How
Laurel.
you get Laurel?
How you get Yanny out of that? It's very clear that it's Laurel.
It was very clear that it's Yanny.
Oh, my goodness. All right, we're going to take a quick one, and then we're coming back with moi, and I'm just saying. I'm going to talk about don't be a bully. Stop being a bully. So we'll be right back.
What's your opinion? We want to know on the Late Night Adult Pajama Party. Call us now on 914-803-4306 and tell us if you agree or disagree, or if you don't care one way or the other. If you've been waiting all week to tell somebody what's on your mind, now is your chance. Dial 914-803-4306 and press 1 to speak with the Pajama Party live on the air. To listen to the show online, go to www.apajamaparty.com and click the listen banner on the top right. If you'd like to advertise your business with us, get in touch on www.apajamaparty.com. So call us now on 914-803-4306 and press 1. We will get to you as quick as we can. Now, back to the Pajama Party live.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Ketel, you okay, Ketel?
Yes, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Sounds like you're eating fig bars. What are you eating?
Fig bars?
I'm eating paper.
Oh, Lord.
All right. And we got Redwine here, too.
Oh, well, thank you for remembering. Bonsoir.
How can I forget your cologne?
Yes,
is
how
killing
could
me.
you? Whatever. You lucky it's not me strangling
What are you wearing? You're wearing that stuff my mother
I'm wearing
always told
beats
me.
beside your head.
You're wearing what my mother always told her not to get her. It's called Desert Flowers from Avon. You ever heard of Desert
Oh, no.
Flowers?
I don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah, she said.
Anyhow, excuse me. It's my time now.
Well,
I'm just saying. Yeah, that's a good topic. Stop being a bully.
Your little brown privilege.
I'm going to talk about stop being a bully.
Your brown privilege.
Bully.
You.
Tonight, I'm going to talk about stop being a bully. I was listening to Trump talking about this pending meeting, which we were talking about earlier with Kim Jong-un, where he was saying that he would make a deal and offer protections and that Kim Jong-un would still be in power in his own country. Then he referenced what had happened to Gaddafi, talking about how he was run out of office and killed and saying that he didn't want to see that happen. But then he said, but, it might go down like that if we can't reach a deal. What kind of double talk is that? Kim Jong-un already runs his own country, FYI, Mr. Trump. So stop being a bully. I'm just saying. If you're going to negotiate honestly, just do that. But don't try to bully the man. I really don't think Kim Jong-un is the kind of person you can push around. I think he's probably crazier than you are, Mr. Trump. So I wouldn't push that man's buttons if I were you. And then I read about how several sources within the post office said that Trump has been continually trying to pressure the Postmaster General to raise the price of shipping on Amazon. But that's because Trump hates the owner of Amazon, who also owns the Washington Post, Mr. Jeff Bezos, because Bezos has more toys than Trump, and he's jealous. So now Trump wants to use his position as president to bully the Postmaster General. Good gracious, man, stop being a bully. I'm just saying. The Postmaster has told Trump over and over that a price increase on Amazon and other customers like that would require all kind of approvals at different levels. Plus, he has contracts with these companies, and he's not going to just up the price because you keep trying to bully him into doing it. But Trump isn't trying to hear that. He thinks he can bully this man into doing his dirt to satisfy his issue against Jeff Bezos. But that's how rich folks roll. They don't want to dirty their hands to do their own dirt. They pressure or bully other people to do it for them. And when this crap hits the fan, then they just throw people under the bus, take the attention off themselves. So I'm just saying, man, stop being a bully. And his poor wife, Melania, poor thing, she's launching an effort to try to stop bullying in the schools. I'm still shaking my head over that one. She lives with the biggest bully in the country. I just wish she would start with her own husband. And I hope she's feeling better and gets out of the hospital soon, as a P.S. But I'm going back now to the way he handled Rex Tillerson. Now, remember how he tried to bully him into acting and saying what he wanted him to. And when Rex started going rogue, Trump fired him over freaking Twitter. He wouldn't even face the man face to face. He gonna fire him over Twitter. Who does that? A coward. That's who. A coward and a bully. Nobody, at least anybody that you respect, should be disgraced like that. So, and another one he fired, McCabe. Remember him? He fired McCabe 2 days, just 2 days before he could retire and collect his pension. That is a straight-up bully move. It's a punk move, but it's a bully move. And then he had his attorney hire somebody to threaten that woman, Stormy McDaniels, trying to keep her quiet. That's another bully move. He gets on Twitter and talks smack about people, calls people names. I'm just saying, Mr. Bully-in-Chief, stop bullying people. Man up and act like a grown-up. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, we don't need a bully in charge. We need a responsible president that will do his job. That's all I'm saying.
All right. That was a good one, Redwine.
Well, thank you, Ketel.
Okay. I'm Ketel.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to just keep things moving so we can get to what else? Oh, living for the city. It's waiting on Poppa DD. He just went back to the bar again.
Okay. Take a little TC?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to while he freshens up his glass. So we'll do that, and we'll come right back on the Pajama Party Show.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on ours or your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It list, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at @PajamaParty and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the Kiss It list.
And we're back. It's the Pajama Party Show. Oh, he caught me.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. Ketel. Ketel.
Yeah.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Whoop. Cheers.
All right, living for the city. Tonight, I just want to talk about, as far as, I think the unification of people. You know, I think when it comes to your family members and everybody, just hold everybody accountable to what they should be held accountable to when it comes to the family, you know, because it all begins and ends with the family in all actuality. What we do, the in-between stuff really means nothing. You know, once we start in our beginning and we start in our end, it all comes back full circle. You know, despite where we are in it, whether we're the older group or the middle group or the younger group, whatever, everybody's going to get old. You know, everybody is going to be victims of who birthed us and who raised us, and what they possessed and what we possess and what they handed down to us. You know, some people's families are enriched with mounds and mounds of things like cancer and things like that, and we have to give major prayers for families that inherit that. You know, my family, unfortunately, is not that heavy, but we inherited hernias, which is very interesting that everybody has had hernia operations. It's really weird. But if your family has inherited something in particular, it's so sad that there's nothing you can do about it sometime. Wait until you receive it, and that you own it, whether it be diabetes or whatever, and we just have to take the time to prevent or try to prevent anything that's forthcoming, but to know that we need to learn our family to learn who we are, because that's what we're made of, no matter what we try to do on the outside or what we try to perpetrate or whatever. That's what we're made of, and that's what will define us, and will take us to our demise. What we had inherited just through our history, just through our ancestors and what they possess, and whether it be diabetes or anything that's out there that's, I won't use the word contagious, but things that are inherited, like a man inherits a bald head from his father. It's just true fact, When I first saw my hair balding, I couldn't believe it. I was so good looking. My hair was so beautiful. Then all of a sudden there was a bald spot. I didn't know what to do. I lost my mind. I went to my father and said, "How dare you? Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! Put a bald spot in my head. Damn you!" And I went on and cut it bald and got even more attractive. So I'm good. But anyway, I just want to put that out there for. I just want to put that out there for them to see tonight.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you for sharing.
All righty. That is so interesting, Papa. We must thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. That thing took a sharp left turn.
It says skirt came right back, huh? Oh boy.
Ooh, but that's Poppa DD. Yeah, he got us. He had us all reeled in, and then he went skirt.
You sure did. But it's all good. That's why we love Poppa DD.
All right. Well, that's the Pajama Party show for you. So anyway, it's time to head out to the West Coast. Out to Hollywood. He can't help it.
He can't. Okay. Well, I might as well get right into it. I know everyone has heard it's a new show called Red Talk Table with Willow Smith and her mother, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Jada Pinkett Smith's mom. And Willow talks about some things that she went through when she came up with the big song called Whip My Hair. She was only 9. So Jada Pinkett Smith's daughter, Willow, opened up about her past struggles with self-harm and cutting herself in a recent episode of the Smiths' The Red Table Talk. It's the episode called Surviving Loss. Smith sat down with her Table Talk co-host, which was her mother, Adrienne Banfield Jones, and her daughter, Willow, to talk about coping with the pain of loss. So Willow opened up to her mother and her grandmother and explained that after hitting stardom at the age of 9 with the single Whip My Hair, she's 17 now, she said she experienced a great loss of self, which led to her to put her in a dark place. So, I guess some people are thinking, well, how could Jada let that happen? Maybe she was too busy, maybe she didn't understand, or maybe she just didn't see what was going on. Apparently she did not. But, that family is kind of open, free reign, so to speak, of their kids, and maybe at that time she just was just not paying attention. But hopefully, maybe at this time, I guess she's gotten through it, and maybe she just doesn't need the help. But I guess, that's something we're going to watch. All right. We have a Billboard Music Awards coming up. It's coming on NBC for the first time, and it's going to be at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It starts at 8, and the host is going to be Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson, she won the American Idol competition back in 2002. And now she is one of the judges on The Voice also. So it seems like she's really out there now. My thing was, I always liked Kelly Clarkson, but everybody would make a big deal about as far as her weight and all of that. But guess what? She's doing the daggone thing now. So the nominees for the 2018 Billboard Awards have been revealed in, here we go, Kendrick Lamar and Ed Sheeran. That's my boy. Bruno Mars. I know that's your boy, Redwine. They have 15 nominations apiece. So those are the top hitters: Kendrick Lamar, Ed Sheeran, and Bruno Mars. And Drake, he has 9 nods, and Taylor Swift has 5. So it's going to be interesting to see if crazy Kanye West just jumps up on the stage and talks about Beyonce's album or something. That's going to be funny. Also, Justin Bieber and Cardi B are tied with 8 nominations. Cardi B, she's up for the top new artist. Also facing against 21 Savage, Camila Cabello, Khalid, and Kodak Black for the top new artist. So that should be interesting. And also, Janet Jackson, she is getting the Iconic Award of the night, so that should be interesting. She shares that with Cher, Neil Diamond, Celine Dion, Jennifer Lopez, Prince, and Stevie Wonder.
Hey.
They got the Iconic Award some time ago. Ms. Jackson has earned more than 100 number ones on Billboard charts. She has 19 number one hits on the dance club songs. So this press release came out today. Janet Jackson is one of the most influential entertainers of the modern era. She has won 6 Grammy Awards, a Golden Globe Award, earned 2 Emmy nominations, a nomination for Academy Award, and so on and so on. She has received accolades as an actress as well, NAACP Best Supporting Actor Award. Jackson is also a published author, dancer, business person, philanthropist, and one of the biggest selling artists in popular music history. She has sales over 160 million records worldwide sold. So can't wait to see her. She's going to perform also on the stage, too. So that's going to be pretty good. I guess everybody knows, she had a baby. So, that's old news. Also, the big thing this weekend is Saturday. Harry, he's getting married. As Anthony Anderson said earlier, one of us is finally in the kingdom. He is so funny.
Wow.
So it should be real interesting this weekend to see that. You guys are going to get up to see the wedding. Actual wedding's going to be early this morning. Well, Saturday morning. So you guys will get up and see it.
You said it what time? 4?
Yeah, that's what time it's supposed to be, at 4. I think 4 their time. I'm not sure what time, but it's early. Okay. I guess some people say they're going to see it on YouTube. They'll see it on Hulu, whatever, later, on Netflix. A lot of people were saying that. Last but not least, 4 movies you should go out and see this weekend. Deadpool 2. If you saw the first one, they said the second one is so much better. The Book Club with Diane Keaton, Jane Fonda, and other couple of actors, Candace Bergen. I don't know where they dust her off. Also one called Show Dog. It looks pretty funny. And there is a documentary out on the Pope Francis, a man of his word. So those are the top 4 movies we go see this weekend. And that's my Hollywood wrap-up.
All right, Ketel. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, you got it all in there tonight, huh?
All right. Got a lot to do this weekend. Besides dealing with the rain, we got a lot to see on TV and, check out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's some animated features coming out soon. Incredibles 2 is coming out, and Dracula with the monsters. Really? I don't know the name of it. Yeah, they got another one coming out.
Yeah, number 3.
What's it called?
I can't remember now what it was called, but that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One more to probably check out. Gabrielle Union. she's back on the thing called Payback as a Mother. So if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I saw the preview to that. That seems very interesting.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
One woman show.
All right, now.
Okay. And I just had I had a quick follow-up to the lawyer who went viral in that video for yelling at the Spanish people in that store in New York. A bunch of New Yorkers, like hundreds and hundreds of New Yorkers, got together with speakers and everything and had a big party right outside of his house. Just to torture him.
Maybe they've been trying to get rid of him for a long time. Who knows?
Yeah, they probably were out there playing Spanish music and some more stuff. So,
yeah.
I say,
why are they so hard on him? I mean, I know we're running out of time, but I mean, the ladies go get their nails done and they go listen to Koreans and Vietnamese people talking about him all day.
Exactly, he's being a jerk off.
No, I'm not. I'm in agreement with him. I mean,
really,
when you go in the nail salon, those Vietnamese and Korean people talking about you sisters all day.
But he was in somebody else's place.
He didn't.
The lady was said that this was a regular customer who speaks Spanish. She speaks Spanish, and sometimes the lady orders in Spanish. So the lady was ordering in Spanish, and he freaked out.
First of all, Spanish people of another language will always speak. People. Let me tell you something. Unless you're blind to the fact, whenever somebody sees somebody from their own nationality, they're going to go back to their roots and start speaking it because, first of all, they're not the greatest English speakers.
But why is that an issue, is my question. Why is that a problem?
Okay, because you've never been to Hong Kong, but they're not going to care about your English speaking.
And nor would I expect them to.
Okay, so when you need to learn, when you look at their menu.
If I go to some foreign country, it's on me to try to learn that language. When they come here, it would be great for them to learn English. But if they're speaking to each other in their own native tongue, why would that be offensive or bothersome to me?
You know what? Let me tell you something. I see people every day in this world that speak English and Spanish, and they walk around like they're king because they got the best of both worlds.
Okay.
And what does that make you?
It makes them bilingual, that's all.
It makes you feel like you have an inside track?
No, it just makes them bilingual.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't see why that's a problem. I mean, why should I care? When I go to the nail shop, they talking that stuff, and I don't know what they're saying, but I still give them my money and get my nails done. That's on me. If I don't like it, then I need to go somewhere else where they speak English, if that's what I want, if that's important to me.
Okay.
Anyhow, it's time for the cocktail of the week. Ketel, you got it?
No, you got it.
Oh,
you know what, you two guys, our show goes so well, and y'all two come in like
cocktail of the week. Excuse me, you're on my time. The cocktail of the week is brought to you by DC Homegrown.
You're professional now. Y'all blew it. Now you go. Now I'm the greatest in the world.
Excuse
but
me,
5 minutes ago you blew it.
Sir, excuse me. The cocktail. I'll begin again. The cocktail of the week is brought to you by DC Homegrown Entertainment, a parent company. And tonight's cocktail is called the Lion's Den. It's the Lion's Den. Now, to make a Lion's Den, you need 1.5 ounces of Hennessy Privilege Cognac, 1 ounce of Grand Marnier liqueur, 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice, and a splash of cranberry juice. Now, you want to put this in a martini glass and sugar the rim by wetting the glass and dip it in sugar. Then you want to put all your ingredients in a shaker with ice, shake it up, strain it into your martini glass, and garnish with a twist of lime. It's an elegant, tangy martini, great for your next aperitif. You will enjoy the Lion's Den cocktail. And you can find that recipe on the Pajama Party website right now. You can see a picture of it, get the recipe instructions at apajamaparty.com. Click on Cocktail of the Week and get all that information.
Does a date come with that?
If you ask somebody. Just saying. Okay, Poppa DD, why don't you tell us about the Kiss It list?
All right, I thought you wanted me to read. No. Kiss It list is people that showed their butt hiney last week and up over the last few days, and we're going to put them on blast and let you know who really showed their A-double-S.
Okay. I have Poppa DD tonight. Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, please.
For saying a bunch of stupid stuff every time he opens his mouth.
He's a mess.
Trump for all that double talk about China and Gaddafi, and for being a bully. Also, we have white people that call the cops on people of color for no reason.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah. The 4 cops responsible for the murder of Kevan Robinson in Louisiana, who died while in the custody of these 4 cops, who has now been put on administrative leave.
Paid administrative.
Yeah. Also, we have that guy in New York, that lawyer, Aaron Schlossberg, who went off on the Spanish-speaking customer.
That's my main man.
We have the Fox News Network for lying about executive Diane Brandy, who was named in a sexual harassment case, and they've been saying that she's been on indefinite leave, but turns out they were lying. She's been quietly working all this time.
Really?
So they're busted for lying. I got the NFL for only having 2 people of color as principal owners of any NFL team. And those 2 people are one Pakistani-American man that owns the Jaguars and an Asian-American woman who co-owns the Bills. So you have people who have like little percentages, but they're not primary owners or considered as principal owners. Only 2. We got the Trump administration for proposing a new rule today that would ban abortions in facilities that receive federal funds. That was another thing they rolled back from what Obama had finally got approved. Also, we have Georgia State Senator Michael Williams for campaigning for governor of Georgia and what he calls a deportation bus, threatening to take illegals back where they came from. We got Cassie Pruden Riviera for embezzling $400,000 from her 9-year-old son's account in Michigan. He got a medical settlement for birth defects, and she just been spending the money. That heifer. That's all I can say for that one. Also, we got John Kelly, Chief of Staff, for saying undocumented immigrants lack the skills to assimilate into the U.S. society.
Well, they sure laid Mark Carpet good.
Anyway, we got Elizabeth Holmes for defrauding investors, Bumblebee Tuna executive for price gouging, banks that get over on fees, and the guy Sidney.
And they don't put a coin machine when all big money trickles down to coins on the back end.
Okay, and the guy named Sidney, the 25-year-old who was posing as a 17-year-old playing basketball. And let's see, we have a caller. Let's see if they want to add somebody.
I just need you to look, please.
Caller. Hello, caller. You're live on the air. Did you want to add somebody on the Kiss It list? Okay, I think she's distracted. We're going to try to come back to you, caller. Are you there? Hello? Okay, we'll try to come back. Okay. So that's everybody on the Kiss It list, and we have a prize for them. And here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I want to host Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
Anyway, what was that, Ketel?
Oh, I just wanted to start off the last word for the night. I didn't want to make sure I didn't forget. Yes. Sorry?
Yeah, go and do your thing. We know you got memory issues. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right, Papa, I'm going to get you when I get back in the studio. But rapper P. Diddy, he bought a painting by Chicago artist Kerry James Marshall for a record $21.1 million. He is the, black artist. That's the highest painting from somebody who's bought from a black artist. Interesting.
Okay,
but,
cool.
That's my last note. So I guess they can kiss it, the white privilege. We got money too, goddammit. Shit.
All right.
Oh, that's my last word.
Well, my last word. No, you want to go, Papa? Oh, my last word is I'm gonna do all I can to buy and support black businesses, black entrepreneurs. I'm gonna do my very best. Some of them make it a real challenge, but I'm gonna really try. And that's all I'm saying tonight. I'm gonna try to support my people. Over to you, Papa.
Well, I just want to say the sad part about racism is that it geared things in all kind of different directions. If racism never existed, everybody would be dating everybody and nobody would be thinking about anything. You know, and that's the sad part about it is that people think that when you're dating a white woman, they'll say, why are you dating our women and all. It's a mess. It's a mess. We have to gear our life based on how the racial aspect is going to shine on what we do every day of our lives, and we really need to cut back on that because, you know, somebody want to walk, maybe an older white woman walking down the street, see a black guy and push up on him, and vice versa. But now you got to go with the standards or whatever, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. We need to kill all that. Anyway.
Yep, let's all get along.
Anyway, we're taking resumes because we're about to get rid of Ketel and Redwine.
Say good night, Papa.
We're about to get rid of Ketel and Redwine. Please send your resume.
Okay, on behalf of Poppa DD, we're saying good night. Visit apajamaparty.com.
And send your resume.
And you can listen to the episodes.
You can replace Redwine or Ketel.
And previous episodes. You can check out the cocktail of the week. You can read about Poppa DD, Ketel, and Redwine, and any other information you need. Thanks to DC Homegrown, our parent company, for sponsoring us. And we're out. Ketel, you saying good night?
Yes, I'm saying good night.
Okay. Put the glass down. Say good night, Papa.
Good night, everybody.
All
See
right.
you next week.
Bonsoir. We're out till next Friday night. Peace.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, I say when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown sexy, Pajama Party, Pajama Party Crew.